every business has its own season to operate in. There are businesses that operate and make money for 3 months in a year. And there are businesses that make money for 6 months in a year. While also there are businesses that will make money throughout the whole year. So it is very important as a businessman or as an entrepreneur that we understand that the business that you want to start or the business that you have started makes money for a certain amount of months in a year, so that we don't find ourselves stranded. It's possible to start your business in the right season. You might find yourself making a lot of money in just 3 months. I've seen people who start businesses at the right season without realizing that this is the season for that business. They just started the business at the right time and at the right season. By so doing, they start making a lot of money. And because they've made a lot of money, they start investing more in that business. And sometimes they start investing out of season. They give everything they have on that business, only to find that that business will only work for 3 months. Most of these guys, they find themselves frustrated when that season ends because they don't understand what they've done wrong. 3 months ago, they were making money, and all of a sudden, they are no longer making money. So it is very important to know that every business has its season. There is a season to plant. This is where you are spending money, marketing your business. In this season, there will be little harvest. You won't make that much money because it's a season of planting. And sometimes you might give up in this season because you don't see the return of your investment. But you have to understand that when you are in this planting season, don't expect anything in return because you are still pushing your business. You are still marketing your business. Then comes the harvesting season where you might make a lot of money. And this is where most of us makes mistakes because we don't understand where the money is coming from. Only to find that it's that season of the business to make money. And we find ourselves making a lot of high purchases such as cars, houses, without knowing that it's just that season. But there is another season that is going to come after that will require us to have saved up money for that season. And this is the dry season. Every business does have a dry season. I remember this other time where I started a business, I made some money. Did I know that a dry season was coming for that business? I didn't know that business could make money from January to September. But October, November, December, there was no money at all. There was no money for rent. There was no money to buy things. So I didn't understand that during that season where I was making money, I was supposed to have saved up a lot of money so that it can cover for that dry season. And I struggled. I remember I struggled for those 3 months and I don't understand why. That's when I understood this thing of seasons. The following year, I was very intentional. Whatever money that I made, I will put it aside so that I can cover the expenses for those 3 months. I now understood that business only operated for 8 months or for 9 months per year, but the remaining 3 months or the remaining 4 months, it was not making money. When the business started to make money, I started to save up and then I could cover for the remaining months. When you start making money in your business, just know that it will not be like that forever. There will be a season where that money will not come, and you must have the funds to cover for those months. You don't spend all your money during harvest season where you are making a lot of money. It's important that you save as much as you can so that you can survive during the dry season. By so doing or by practicing these things, you are going to save yourself a lot of stress and a lot of heartbreak because business is brutal. It needs you to understand certain principles. I hope you have learned something and catch you in the next video.